Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany, where the ingredients are German and the baker is American. I'm Michelle, and today we are making a cake for my niece's birthday. She really loves anything Japanese, like manga, anime, things like that. And she really loves these Japanese cherry blossoms. So she wanted a cake that was a little bit in the direction of anime, not necessarily a particular character, but just in that style. And she really wanted cherry blossoms on it. So let's get started.
The request was a chocolate and vanilla cake with a soft vanilla filling. So I made marble cake and I'm frosting the cake with vanilla American buttercream, but I'm filling it with vanilla pastry cream. Recipe to follow. But it is a lovely vanilla custard. Since it's so soft, I made a buttercream dam around the cake to keep it in. We don't want this soft filling leaking out the side. I covered the cake with blue fondant. I wanted it to look kind of like the sky. It was a fairly warm day while I was working on this cake, and I had no issues with the filling leaking because of the sturdy buttercream dam. Next, I rolled out some skin-colored fondant and traced the general shape of this character. I didn't want to copy her exactly, and I'm not familiar enough with anime to know which character this is, so if you know, put it in the comments below. I just wanted it to look vaguely like my niece, with her brown hair and gorgeous brown eyes. So I freehand sketched the anime face with a sculpting tool and cut it out with a knife. I cut out the eyes because I want to fill in those spaces with white in a moment. Then I rolled out some white and cut around the pieces I cut out and added them to the holes. These pieces were just a tiny bit too small, so I pressed them to fit into the holes perfectly. Then I rolled out some brown fondant and cut out the circles for the eyes first. I rolled some snakes of black and placed them on the eyes to be the thick eyeliner. Then I rolled out more brown and cut it into the rough shape of the hair. I wasn't going for perfect, but rather kind of loose layers. I trimmed as needed and added more pieces to make the hair longer and add more layers. Then I painted on the mouth, nose, pupils, and eyebrows. In retrospect, I should have painted on the eyebrows beforehand. Then I added a little circle of white as a catchlight. Then I rolled the rest of the brown into a snake and placed it around the cake as branches of a tree. Then I used a letter press mold to press out the name Anna in pink and placed it on top of the cake. Then I rolled out some pink fondant and used this flower cutter to make a bunch of flowers. I used a ball tool to thin out the petals and molded them up slightly to give them more life. And I placed them all over the side of the cake and on the branches, and I added one last one in the figure's hair. I love how this cake turned out. My niece was so happy with it. She texted me how perfect it was. Happy birthday, Anna. For more cakes and recipes, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Subscribe for a new cake every week. Hit the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload a new video.